Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've not done a video for quite some time, so apologies for that, but what I'm going to do today is I'll let you know what's happening. The clutch on the Xj900, I'm struggling with it really bad. I've been out on the bike quite a few times and I'm finding that I'm getting a sore wrist. I'm putting ibuprofen gel on and stuff, but the clutch just feels a wee bit too, how do you describe it, too heavy maybe. Trying to pull it in, it just feels like there's too much effort needed, if you like, to try and get that actuated. So there is a new old stock cable on there. Now, as much as I've sprayed a wee bit of penetrating oil down it, it seems to move free and everything when it's not under load. I think what I'm going to do is put a little bit of engine oil down the cable and see if that'll kind of just keep it moving within the sheath a wee bit better than it currently is. And another thing that we did was we changed the lever, because I did have a sort of carbon fibre look lever on that side. We put a brand new silver lever on so that it matched the brake lever for taking it to the Scottish Bike Show. And I think where it sits inside the sort of housing, I think it's maybe just a wee bit tight. So I'll take the lever back out. I'm going to put a wee bit of copper slip in there and try and just make it a wee bit freer, and that's pretty much the plan for today. So here we go guys, you can see, so I mean it's hard to describe, it just feels so tight, and I'm hoping that these wee changes that I'm about to make will just free it up a wee bit, because currently I would say after maybe 50-60 miles it starts to get too much for me. And I used to do hundreds of miles on this a day, no problem. I just wouldn't be able to do it now. I'm getting to the point where if I'm coming up to maybe a set of traffic lights and they're on red, I'm just like, oh no, I've got to change down the gears and pull in this clutch. So let's get the lever off anyway and we'll take a look at it from there. Right?
Just started there.
Okay, that's fine. So basically I'll just unscrew this. I'll maybe be able to just go in the way. Right, I'll have to stop. Right, so I'm going to put a wee bit of oil down there and hopefully it will run right through the cable. I mean, the cable does feel free, but there is a little bit of friction there. So yeah, we'll get some oil down there anyway. So this is the cable out, guys. And when I tested it before, I just pretty much did that, made sure it was moving free. And as much as it does move free, that it's not under any load, but you do feel a little bit of friction there. So yeah, we'll try and get oil down it, but I think what I'll do is I'll get some oil down this end and just sort of hang it up overnight and let it run all the way through. You done? Right, so this is just copper ease here. We've got just a wee bit on my finger. And what I'm going to do is, I've decided it's not really an issue. There is a wee bit of creak there, but I think it might benefit for just a wee bit there, just where it goes in, just to give it a wee bit of slippage. It's certainly no gripping anywhere. So we'll just feed this back through, get that in a position, and then I'll come round to the engine side, just down here. And it would turn out that that's falling out of that end. So it's a quick fix. You just pop that through there. Just like that. And once the cable's connected at both ends like that, you do your adjustment with these nuts here, just to make sure the cable's tight and it's actuating fine on this lever here. Right, so everything's back together, guys, and the tension on that lever is certainly a lot lighter than it was, so I think there was definitely friction somewhere that we seem to have overcome. And just, I mean, it's so hard to describe it to you, but I mean, there is meant to be a bit of pull there because obviously you're actuating the clutch, but the way it was, it felt like you were actually doing something a lot heavier than it should have been. But as you can see, we've got the, just in there, we've got a wee bit of copper slip just where the lever sits inside the housing, and there's plenty of oil down that cable. And then we'll come down to this side, and this is where the clutch actuates on this bit here. And I'll get the lever on the clutch pulled just now, and you'll see that. You just see it moving there. So we've cleaned up all this, made sure the spring's in the right place, correctly adjusted the other end of the cable here. And yeah, I mean, it does look quite wet because of all the oil, but I think maybe a dry cable's been part of the issue. So the only way to test it for real now is to go and do some more miles on the bike, but it certainly feels an awful lot better than it did. So this is the, obviously this is the Virago, and it's the only thing that I can really do a comparison with. And that clutch, it did feel so much lighter, but now it's quite comparable to the Xj900, so I've definitely done something right along the way. But I think once I test ride the Xj900, it might be worthwhile doing the same thing to the XV750 and giving it a wee bit of oil down the cables and that. It's a wee bit of maintenance because things do dry out, and I noticed that the throttle on the XV750 is quite sort of sticky as well. You kind of have to close it, so a wee bit of oil down these cables will not go amiss anyway. So that'll be another job some point in the near future. But for now, quite pleased with how that clutch is actually feeling. It feels so much better. So guys, I think what we'll do is we'll just leave the video there. Not a long one today. Just wanted to sort of explain the issues that I've been having regarding the clutch and show you guys what I've done to try and resolve that. There is other things that if you find that it's more of an issue than basically just oil in the cable and everything, then you have to take the casing off, look at the basket, check your clutch plates. Hopefully we'll not have to go that far. But if we do, I have got a spare clutch at the other lockup. So after a test drive, I'll decide whether I'm going to have to change the basket and the clutch plates and have a look at the condition of it inside the engine. But for now, I think it's just been that everything's kind of been dried up. The bike wasn't used quite a lot for a long time, and you know, I did tidy it up this winter, but the only time it was really used was taking it to the Scottish Bike Show after everything had been powder coated and stuff. So yeah, once I've started using it for longer distances, I have just started struggling with the pressure needed to apply that clutch. So yeah, hopefully that'll be it for now. But for here, we'll just end this video. Please hit the like and subscribe, help the channel grow, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.